Jonathan Rhys Meyers. In fact, let's have a clip of him being dastardly, first of all, so you get the idea.
Oh my God.
What is this?
Pentagram of love. See?
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Very romantic scene.
Yeah, very romantic.
Rather proud of that pentagram, actually. That was it's hard to do.
Oh, bet it was.
Yeah, 'cause it was something we had to work out and make sure that it was looking like a pentagram from one angle and then like a complete mess from another angle. And it's one of those in-camera effects we did, which we were really happy with, because then nothing is manipulated. It was very, very tricky to find that exact spot with the camera.
Yeah.
Well, entirely successful.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Jonathan Rhys Meyers as Valentine is very, very intense to the extent that he scares me quite a lot.
Yeah, scared
what was
me.
it like to
everyone.
act
Scared
opposite?
everyone.
Oh my God, he walked onto set. He's lovely. He's a lovely guy, but when he became Valentine, it was like the whole energy of the room like sucked out in like the best way possible. Like he's just terrifying. I think he elevated, but I want to say both of us, like he elevated us to like such a different level when he entered in, because Valentine is like the character that you it's like Lord Voldemort. You like fear him. You like get chills.
He who
you know?
shall not be named. Sorry.
Formerly known as.
Yeah. The artist formerly known as.
The artist formerly known as. But honestly though, he genuinely brought fear to me.
Yeah.
And those were the scenes that I was almost most nervous about. Like the one scene with Jamie, him and I, where like the big thing is revealed. That was a massive scene that I was so nervous about, because as a reader of the books, it's the epitome of every emotion, you know. And he just brought an energy. He would constantly throw in things like improv, like scream at me multiple times when I wasn't expecting it to get reactions. I mean, by the end of it, I literally would see him, and my back would go up. You know, it was like, it was terrifying.
Yeah, I was terrified of him, and I wasn't even on the same set.
You could hear him like miles
We
away.
never even met him.
I think that
You can hear me whimpering from about 25 yards away.
The scenes that Lily had with Jonathan was fantastic, because she, again, and that's a compliment to Lily and the character, is that she wasn't just only afraid, she really stands her ground. And I think that's a beautiful scene when you actually talk back to him, because nobody else would do that, and you just show that strength of, I'm not going to let you manipulate me. And I think that's a great, I love when we did that thing, and you were really fighting back, although you were terrified, you were fighting back. But he's one of those incredible actors, just completely embodies the character. And what it does is he no longer becomes the bad guy, he just becomes a real person who you understand why he does what he does. And I think that's very good for a villain, is that he thinks he's doing the right thing. And he was so emotional. I mean, like when he came on, he was, and after a take like this one, this is a complicated scene to do, he was drained, you know, and I just love that about him.
But his fight sequence with Jamie was one of the most intense. I had to leave set a couple times, genuinely though, because the emotion that was coming out of you and Jonathan, it was like, it was insane. And the fight sequence is amazing.
Yeah, they both get beat down like proper
Yeah.
hardcore. Like they both go at each other like full on, and like it's like it was. Yeah, it's tough. It's it's tough to do that, and it's sort of like playing sport with. I liken it to playing sport with somebody that's better than you. It ups your game. Like if somebody's better than you are at tennis, you naturally have to work harder to try and compete with them.
And somebody who plays tennis like, fuck
yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly. Literally, yeah, exactly. Or you just give up. Or
And
you
the
just
first
like,
swear
and we
of
can't
the,
give up because we're
ladies
getting
and
paid
gentlemen.
to do our work. It's not like I go, do you know what? Screw this.
No,
I'm
no,
done.
you're stuck.
Like we're stuck there. We have to do the scene, and it works. It really does.
It's great when he comes in. It's such a gear change. you
Yes,
know,
the
it's
whole
just
set
like-
goes, whoa.
Yeah. Explosion.
Bruising.
I think he'd take all this as a compliment. I can't quite work it out. A lot of people going, they come in and I'd be like, oh.
No, he'd love it. He would
He
love
would
it.
love
He
that,
would
yeah.
absolutely love it.
He's intense personified.
We've got about sort of 10, 15 minutes left, and we've had loads of questions in on Facebook and Twitter. And also, have any of you got any questions you want to ask the guys? I thought you might have. We'll have a mic going round. Let's start with this lady here. Can we get a mic to this lady here?
Hi. If your character came round for dinner, what would you cook them?
I like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't cook him anything. I'd get him Chinese from the local Chinese restaurant.
Nice.
There's a man who's read a book or
I
two.
wouldn't cook him. I'd make him cook because he's such a nice guy. I could convince him to do it. Like, go on, mate, you're nice. You cook me some food.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she
Lily,
only-
what are you cooking?
She only, wow, God, she only goes out for coffee, doesn't she?
She did yes.
No, you know what I would do? I would call these guys and have them come over and cook for us.
Yeah, good.
Nice.
Nice, I like that. It could be a cook-off.
It could
Yeah.
be a bake-off and a cook-off.
There you go. It's
There you
great
go.
British bake-off.
Yeah. I was going to show my age by making an Ainsley Harriott reference there. Well,
You could have said Keith
question
Floyd and it would have
over,
been worse.
Here.
Ainsley.
Hi. I was just wondering, what is your favourite thing about your characters?
Well, for me, I think it could be those Nike high tops that he wears because they're really quite. I took a shine to them in a big way because they're very, very cool and vintage and elitist, and I think his taste is very elitist, you know. And I mean, maybe that's the bigger picture. I like the fact that he's a little bit cliquish and his taste is quite kind of specific.
Are
And,
you basically saying he's like Shoreditch?
yeah,
He's like
yeah.
he's like proper
He's
Dalston.
Brooklyn. That's why he takes such a dislike to you.
Yeah, he's William. He's like Williamsburg hipster.
Yeah, that's
Very
the
true.
underlying message. But yeah, those shoes I took a real shine to, I must say.
I love that she's this like feisty, passionate, determined girl, and at the same time, she is so confused. She's going through an identity crisis. She cries. Like, she finds the strengths in her weaknesses, and I found that to be really empowering because she's like a normal girl, but she's also this like kick-ass superhero at the same time. So I like that, those like comparisons.
I
I
like
feel
the
bad that you said shoes now, Robert.
Speaks a lot about Robert, doesn't it?
You should see them though. They're really nice. They're
shoes.
really nice. Honestly.
Love shoes. Me. Jason's boots, big time. I guess like the fact that, you know, underneath the fact that he's a sort of shadow hunter and somewhat supernatural, you know, underneath that always ultimately human, you know, he feels real emotion and he's damaged. I like damaged characters anyway, and I love his damage. I love his baggage. Like, Jace has so much emotional baggage, and I love that. So drawn to that.
Right, hands up.